Well, this is the third year for the Local Foods Dinner. So in 2008, our head chef and our dietitian actually were in charge of putting this idea together. Illinois State being such a campus that's focused on sustainability and green efforts, Campus Dining wanted to figure out how can we participate, where can we put our mark, and this local foods movement is huge right now. So this was kind of our way of saying, okay, this is what we're going to do to show our support and bring attention to what local foods and sustainable foods are all about.
The biggest point that we try to get about local is in relative to what, maybe Michigan is better than California, or California is better than Chile. But generally as culinarians, we think of locally grown as a 250-mile radius from your operation.
Part of the reason that the Local Foods Dinner only serves about 80 people is because of the amount of food that we are able to source locally. So if you think about feeding, the 6,000-7,000 students that we feed campus-wide daily, how many farmers and how much food that would take to feed everyone this type of a meal. So it's something that we've opened up to a smaller audience, an audience that's very interested in this type of a dinner and awareness of sustainable foods and local foods.
Nowadays you can't just have, here's meatloaf, or here's macaroni and cheese, or here's whatever. You need to have lots of different options for them. And even those people that may have a great comfort for one thing or the other, they like this dining style because they can sample something little. And part of what we do is education. It's not just the wonderful sustenance, but it's also about education. And even as we walked around and talked to the guests this evening, and I asked about the goat cheese. Well, a great deal of them, had never tasted goat cheese. So they indulged me for a moment, and they sampled it, and they loved it. And they're going, well, why didn't I try this before? Well, maybe they didn't have that opportunity. So, Arlene Jose, our director, really wants to give people the opportunity to try different things and experiment, because the dining experience, supports the academic mission of the university, and that's, educating our guests.
Our meal plan holders, all they need to do is use one of their meal swipes, and they get a ticket. Our students without meal plans can pay $12, and that is thanks to UPB. They've supplemented the cost of the ticket price, so students pay a little bit less. Our faculty and staff pay $25 to attend, and any community members pay $25 plus tax. So it's an open event. We say first come, first serve. We were sold out, I think, last Friday, so almost a week before the event, we were pretty much sold out. And I think that's just because years past, people know about the event and they look forward to it every year in early September. So they go fast. Get them early if you're interested in coming.